Do you remember, it wasn't all that long ago, when people who held themselves out as law and order types sneered at people who worried about too much scrutiny from law and order types? If you don't have anything to hide, they'd ask, what are you so afraid of? Now they're saying, enough with all this scrutiny, of themselves, they mean. Interesting what happens when the shoe, or the electronic ankle bracelet, is on the other foot. What brings all this to mind are two recent news blips, one local, one national. In Wisconsin, once a paragon of clean government, the governor and his fellow Republicans in the state legislature have decided to carve out a scrutiny-free zone that mostly protects, guess who, the governor and other politicians. For more than a century, so-called John Doe investigations have helped hold Wisconsin's political leaders of both parties accountable for violating the public trust. Apparently, the crew running things these days doesn't much like the attention, so they've passed and signed a new law. From now on, prosecutors won't be able to use these John Does to look into political crimes, bribery, illegal enrichment, official misconduct, those kind of things. Something to hide, you think? That's locally. And nationally, some law enforcement groups, even recently the head of the FBI, are floating the notion of something they call the Ferguson effect after Ferguson, Missouri. They're claiming that because of increased scrutiny of police behavior, people with cell phone cameras capturing police misconduct, the police are reluctant to do their jobs. And that reluctance, they claim, has meant higher crime rates in certain cities. Criminal types see psyched out, camera-shy cops, and they're emboldened to commit more crimes. An interesting theory, if there were anything like hard data to back it up, to establish an actual cause and effect relationship between more cameras watching more cops and more crime, instead of frustrated cops simply asserting it. Meanwhile, examples of police misconduct, captured and posted for the world to see, keep piling up. Do you think every instance of outrageous behavior just happened to happen when a camera was running? Or should we wonder if they're just the tip of a deep blue iceberg? Look, policing is difficult work, essential work. Same with governing. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be watching closely. It means we should.